Of all of the things that I have uncovered down in Antarctica, I think this might be the biggest because I don't have any real good explanation for it. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the USS Eldridge, the story of the Philadelphia experiment. Back in World War II, teleportation, cloaking technologies, all sorts of stories came out about this. Well, there's a little building down in Antarctica where I think they may have perfected this. Because I don't have any other explanation for what I'm about to show you. I was going through Antarctica. Sorry about the glare there for a minute. And I came across a building a week or so ago. Not a big deal. All sorts of little buildings out there. Could have been any one of 1,000 things. So I dropped a pin on it just to make it as a reference. And I didn't really bother to look at the time slider when I did it. And I was going back through it tonight and looked at it, and the building was not where I dropped the pin. Now, I've been known to put a pin kind of near something just to not cover it up. But this was a long ways away. I'm like, why would I have put this pin way over here? And I looked up at the time slider, and it was at 2015. Now, normally I'm searching around 2012, so I'm like, well, this must have been some kind of a strange thing where I just wasn't paying attention, or I was at some weird aspect angle where I just dropped the pin in the wrong place. Well, each of these pins, and I'll do this, show you this. Here's the building. And I'll see if I can zoom in a little closer. There we go. It's just basically one little building and one larger one. Now, when you drop a pin, it gives it very specific coordinates. I'm sure a lot of you know this. You get this thing to pop up, and then you get a set. There we go. Of exact coordinates. Not general, exact coordinates. And that's this right here. Now, up here, I'm going to zoom this back out. Give me 1 second. It was kind of perplexing. I'm like, why would I have put this pin way up here? Because this is a completely different set of coordinates. And I'll bring this up. As you can see, two entirely different sets of coordinates. Now watch this. Time slider. 24 December 2015. There is the facility location. Now, explain how this happens when I go to 2011. That's all I did, is just click the time slider. And now, the facility is way over here, right underneath this pin. I'll zoom this out. I'll click back and forth and show you what's going on here. I've not seen this. You can't reproduce this anywhere else. I've looked at other facilities and gone through multiple years, and wherever you drop the pin for that facility, it stays there no matter what else changes around it. 2015, 2011. The pins don't change. The facility literally moved. And not just the facility. If you look at the relation of everything around it, it all completely shifted. In 2015, I'll pull this up. Get the properties here. The coordinates are 69 degrees, 28 minutes, 21.91 seconds south by 39 degrees, 36 minutes, 6.40 seconds east. That's the location of the facility in 2015. In 2011, the facility is now at 69 degrees, 28 minutes, 24.00 seconds south by 39 degrees, 36 minutes, 17.18 seconds east. Can someone explain this? How this could possibly be, just by simply going from one year to the next. And I can't find any reference for this facility online to get some kind of a ballpark of what whoever owns the facility says the location is. Because it just straight up moves. I'm going to zoom out and show you what this looks like from a little farther out. The facility is here now. Here's the bay. Here's this lake behind it. And when we move to 2015, the facility is here now. Here's the lake. Everything just shifts. I can't think of any other good explanation for this. Because as everyone knows, GPS coordinates are just an overlay over the globe. And that where something is where it is. It doesn't matter about resolution layers or years. The GPS coordinates of where you were, or a house or a building was, I should say, is a static thing. The distance that this thing's moved is roughly about 430 feet. Now that's not a mind-bending distance, but I think if someone can explain this with some kind of map hiccup, I would love to hear it. How a facility like this can have two completely different GPS coordinates over a 4-year period. Because here you can see it's the exact same facility. A building, a smaller building, and then there's, for reference, I don't know if this is a rock or some kind of other structure that's associated with it here. Now we'll go over here to where there's nothing, and we'll jump to 2011. And of course, here it is. Building, smaller building, reference point, completely different GPS coordinates. No clue. I'm just beyond words at this point. I don't even know what to say about this other than this looks like some kind of experiment that's either been successful or gone wrong, however you want to look at it. Because I've tried to do this. I've tried to go to like known places like McMurdo and these other science stations and see, okay, can I click through and see if perhaps the map just shifts or if there's some, can't do it. It just doesn't seem to have the same properties as this location here. So like I said, 2011, 2015, I'll put these in the description. The one other thing I wanted to show you guys is what looks like very clear, and you guys have mentioned this before, mining. There is a bay over here that shows clear evidence that they have found these gems and are more than likely mining them. Now what looks like's happened here, and I'm just changing aspects so we can look at this properly. This is a picture from 2004. And as you can see, when you look closely, there's this reddish hue here. Now I know it's not as detailed as we've seen before, but it's very clearly there. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit to get a better view. All right. And you can see over here to the right, there is this artificial port. And this black mark here and this black mark here are vehicles or buildings of some sort that are movable. Not really sure. But the change that you see here from 2004 to 2016 is striking. This is 2004. This is 2016. Totally black. Clearly they're taking some type of valuable mineral or something out of here. And you can see it over the years. Here's 2003, 4, 5. And you can see here they've completely denuded it of whatever this was. So those of you who called it on the mining, good job. You were absolutely right. They are doing some mining down here, and it's kind of sad to see. That's actually 2016 where you can start to see it start to crumble now. But we'll leave it there. But it's strange stuff down there. I don't know any other way to put it, but it looks like they've moved from ships to entire structures and areas of the map that they can now just shift. So, hope you guys have a good night. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you.